Yo, what's poppin', y'all? Mike D here. Just a thought process and a little quick message, something that was kind of on my mind. I'm in a different place in my life right now, right? Doing things a little bit differently. Kind of rebranded the whole social media thing. Initially, I was going under everything was Fit Urban Life. Now, Fit Urban Life is actually still the LLC that, covers everything that we're doing. But I've kind of rebranded a lot of what I'm doing right now to Black Fathers Now. And the whole concept is to bring insight, wisdom to other brothers that are fathers so that they can be the best father that they can be, right? But in the midst of all of that, I'm also on a different journey, okay? Different journey. I'm actually diving into entrepreneurship or approaching life from the perspective of creating things versus just having a 9-to-5 job, which takes care of everything, and trying to create something on the side. And, I was actually thrust into this, right? Just, I was in sales in the medical industry, and we actually had a layoff a few months ago. And got laid off, blessed to have a severance package, all that good stuff. But instead of applying for another position or instead of going back through the job hunt and all of that, which, being completely honest, if things go left or don't pan out the way that I'm intending for them to pan out, you can always go and apply for another job, right? But with all the ideas, with all the things that are flowing, with all the gifts that I've come to realize that I'm blessed with, as well as looking at all the skills and the things that I've learned over the years in corporate America and through interactions, through reading and educating myself through various experiences, I feel like I'm primed to go out and really add value into the world. And so to that, why put that part of my life on the back burner to do a 9-to-5 thing and kind of use my excess time to create something? I've kind of flipped it and now have placed that part of my life on the forefront. And so I'm on a journey now. Now I'm married. I have a wife, and beautiful wife, I might add, and 2 beautiful children. And so there's a different level of, not pressure, but a different level of incentive for success to happen. So to that point, I'm really just in a place now in which I'm learning about different things. I'm trying different things. I have the podcast, Black Fathers Now, as you can see the shirt here. Black Fathers Now. You can reach me there at blackfathersnow.com. Listen to the podcast. You can also subscribe via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud. Most of the various podcast platforms, you can catch it, right? So I'm doing the podcast. Also, we've launched an apparel line called Black Family Apparel. And the whole concept of Black Family Apparel is to, have empowering messages or images that basically help to celebrate the Black family. And that does not mean that other families don't matter. It just means that in reality, there is something that needs to be shown for the Black family to help elevate and for it to basically be seen in a different light. And so the whole concept of the apparel line is to basically help shed light on or celebrate all that the Black family brings to the table. Now, it just launched not too long ago, so there are going to be a lot more designs and things that are coming into the forefront or coming onto the store. But you can check blackfamilyapparel.com and see if you like something and grab it. And definitely and let me know what you think about the designs and the things that are currently there. But back to the whole notion of the journey. One of the things that we've launched is Black Family Apparel. I'm also learning how to day trade a little bit. There's a frat brother of mine, Omega Psi Phi fraternity. There's a frat brother of mine who's done very well in the whole arena of day trading. And so I'm at this whole crossroads in life, so to speak, in which I want to learn how to do things differently, learn how to own my time. And so I'm in the process of learning how to day trade. So I actually paid to have him kind of put me through a little tutelage in regards to day trading, and I'm learning that. Now, granted, whether that pans out or not, I'm in a learning process. So I'm saying all this to say that life is about the journey. Life is about trying different things. It's about exploring. It's about also first understanding where you're gifted, understanding your skill set, understanding your interests, but then figuring out ways to leverage that in the way that best suits you and best suits the way that you can bring value to the world. And so for me, my journey is kind of taking me to a place where I'm approaching this thing a little bit differently. So if anybody has any tips, any strategies or whatever to approach life in this particular way and be successful doing so, shoot them over to me. I'd love to hear from you, because definitely right now just exploring different opportunities, and I'm enjoying it too, right? I'm learning a whole lot. What I'm also learning is, when you're in a career, everything is pretty much step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of plan out your trajectory, so to speak. In this particular world, it's a little bit zigzag. It's like 1 to 9, back to 1 to -3 to 6 to 12, back to 3. It's one of these things in which it's kind of zigzag, and you have to get yourself in a position in which you're comfortable with that. Because if you're not comfortable with that, it's going to add a lot of stress and drama into how you approach your life. So that's just a little bit about me right now. And so to that point, do I have everything figured out? Absolutely not. But am I enjoying the journey? Absolutely. So definitely continue to follow on YouTube. And when more things kind of pop out, when I look at some different investment opportunities or some different business partnerships or whatever that may come into fruition in the very near future, I'll throw some of that stuff out here too, because at the end of the day, this is all a journey, right? It's all about figuring out who you are, figure out what you bring to the table, figure out why it is you do what you do, understand your gifts, unwrap your gifts, discover what you're passionate about, discover what really drives you on a daily basis, and go after it. There's no time like now. The podcast is Black Fathers Now for a reason, because right now is the time. We cannot control what happened. In reality, we can't control what's to come. Only thing that we really have any level of control or influence on is the moment. So right now, I encourage you to embrace the moment. All right? Well, y'all definitely holler at me. Mike D. You can follow, I am Mike Dorsey on Instagram, or Black Fathers Now on Instagram, blackfathersnow.com with the podcast. Just connect. Shoot me a message, man. Holla at your boy. And until next time, I get at you.